Zeos from zeoshihan.com. Today we're talking about self-doubt, and the question is, how do I stop fluctuating between this feeling I'm an absolute genius and then I'm just total shit? In other words, sometimes we have moods, we feel like I'm on top of the world, and then we feel maybe down in the gutter, I'm totally depressed. So how do we get out of this and stop doubting ourselves, doubting that we can create and achieve the things we set out to achieve when we have an inspired moment? Here's my 5 cents. First of all, create a positive physiology within yourself, which means try to create a lifestyle that supports the right biochemistry. So this not only includes hydration, proper nutrition, exercise. Basically, let me give you an example. In my 20s, for example, I used to feel like amazing because I just ate two handfuls of dates, and then my sugar was like up like this, and then when it crashed I felt like, oh, it's so horrible, life is just so depressing. So if you're not having the proper nutrition or not creating balance through your day-to-day lifestyle, which should also include some spiritual practice or at least mindfulness, breathing exercises at the least. So on an external level, create the right physiology, proactively create more balance on a hormonal level. And that means getting out of the house at least once a day, immersing yourself in nature if possible. That would be preferable. That's number one. Number two, we all are human beings. We're emotional beings. It's natural for us to have moods. It's natural for us to have ups and downs. But the awareness that we are not ourselves, our true self, our core self, this helps us to enter into that part of the day with awareness. So if old unresolved energy is coming to the surface, deep pain, emotion, depression, self-judgment, whatever it is, it's the light bulb should go on and say, hang on, this is not me. This is not me, the soul. This is not me, the eternal being that is full of love, inspiration, lightness, potential. It's an unresolved part of me. Of course, it's still you, but it's not your essence. You're not your core self. It's a part that needs some of your attention, some form of healing, surrender, release, acceptance, whatever it may be, but it's not me. So if you keep saying, I'm depressed, or I am hopeless, or I am just horrible, or I am a loser. So, of course, then your words and the thought behind the words is reinforcing that perception and is contributing to an identity that is of a more heavy quality. So don't do that. Start to realize, hang on, now unresolved energy is more active within myself. So what will I do? What technique? What awareness? What approach will I use to help facilitate this part of my being to move through me? So acceptance, of course, is great. Embracing that part is great. Breathing is great. Going for a walk is great. Shaking it off, doing some dancing, using the violet flame, doing some tapping to release negative beliefs, going to the gym. There's so many things you can do if awareness is present. And of course, that means you're not increasing the self-judgment, you're not increasing the perspective where you may start to focus on all the things in your reality that are bad, negative, not working, depressing, hopeless, etc. Because like attracts like. So in many ways you could say, as soon as you realize that unresolved energy is active within you, you have to switch programs. See, that is like a train driver. As soon as he realizes that the train is out of control, he has to bring awareness to what is out of control and how do I make sure everything comes back on the right track. In other words, for your energy to come back into your center, for your heart to reopen again. Now, some people, I realize, they may have never really felt or connected to their true self or essence. They've always lived with a layer of fear or a layer of pain or a layer of self-doubt or a layer of depression. So see, Eckhart Tolle calls this the pain body. It becomes active when situations draw to the surface. And see, that means that maybe some more practice is required, some more ongoing healing techniques, some more just lying down and breathing in the positive energies of the universe, handing over your pain. So sometimes it takes a little bit of patience until you get to this point where this awareness becomes natural. Number 3, as you move forwards, see, you learn how to break down your goals into manageable steps. So this is something that has to do with planning. It has to do with time management. It has to do with how you approach a project. You break it down into manageable steps, and you force your mind to focus on the step that is relevant for that day, for that week, for that month. You're still goal orientated, but you're not allowing yourself to observe all the things that have not yet been accomplished, because that creates this feeling of being overwhelmed, feeling underwhelmed with your performance, and of course then giving energy to the part of you that may have this sense, I never can achieve what I want. So that's just an example. What else can we do to get out of self-doubt? Of course, we can train our mind to focus on all the things we can appreciate about ourselves. So for myself, for example, I can look in the mirror and say, look, I hate this about you, and that sucks, and here you're really lazy, and this is unresolved. Or I can just lighten up a little bit, shake off some frustration, shake off some of my unresolved energy, and to go, okay, what can I appreciate? Let's go back to the practice of gratitude, because that's the practice of gratitude and focusing on that which is working will always encourage you to create a better and better self-image. So I hope this is useful. Please comment below if you would like me to talk about other themes, or if you have any other comments at all. Thank you.